You ever feel like you're stuck? Like there's something invisible, something beyond your understanding, that's keeping you from moving forward, from going beyond where you are now? Maybe you've tried everything. You've tried to change, you've tried to improve, but no matter how hard you push, something always seems to stand between you and what you truly want to achieve. I know how that feels. It's like the world is working against you, like destiny chose someone else, but not you. But what if I told you it's not a lack of effort? What if I told you that, in reality, you're on a unique journey, something much bigger than you realize right now? A journey that you were chosen to live. No matter where you are or what you've been through, this journey isn't a coincidence. It's happening now, and you're closer to uncovering it than you think. What feels like a constant struggle, a series of closed doors and dead ends, is actually the universe calling for you. It's like behind each challenge, a force is working to guide you in the right direction. You're being prepared for something grand, even if you don't fully realize it yet. You're being prepared to become someone you don't completely recognize just yet. Now, maybe you're wondering, how can this be true? How was I chosen for something that seems so distant? The answer is closer to you than you think. What you're about to discover has the potential to change the way you see your life, your journey, and even yourself. Are you watching this video? It's not by chance. You were guided here to discover the missing truth. Something deep within you knows that it's time to understand. And from this moment, everything can be different. You're about to realize that the key to what you desire is already in your hands. The power to change, the power to transform your reality, isn't somewhere out of reach. It's within you. Now, you might be asking, amidst all of this, what does all this mean? What can I do with this journey that feels so far away? How can I believe in this when I feel stuck, like I'm standing still in the same place? The truth is, many of us face a silent battle, a battle no one else can see. We're not fighting external enemies, circumstances, or the people around us. The real conflict lies within. We're at war with the limitations we've created for ourselves. It's those doubts that never leave our minds, the fears that paralyze us, the insecurities that stop us from taking the next step. Can you feel it? Something inside you, a longing, a desire, a feeling that you could be more, do more. Like there's a part of you, a dormant force, waiting to be unleashed, but for some reason, hasn't fully manifested yet. It's like there's an invisible wall between where you are now and where you could be. A barrier that, no matter how hard you try, seems impassable. And you try, fighting against this wall, trying to find a way to get past it, but you can't quite understand what's really blocking your way. The thing is, this block isn't physical. It's not something you can see or touch. It's an invisible energy, an internal force that's been controlling your thoughts and actions, without you even realizing it. It could be the voice that says, "You're not good enough," or the feeling that the right time hasn't come yet, or even the constant doubt about whether you have what it takes to achieve what you truly desire. That voice, that fear, is one of the forces that's keeping you from moving forward. Here's the key: this invisible force you feel, this sense of blockage, is actually not your enemy. It's the reflection of an internal conflict, a struggle between who you are now and who you're about to become. You're not just fighting something inside of you, you're being prepared for something greater. The conflict is necessary because it's what will forge the person you need to be to fulfill this journey. The real question isn't whether you can overcome the barrier, but whether you're ready to recognize and act upon this invisible force calling you to something grand. Have you ever felt like you're on the verge of something extraordinary? Like, somewhere inside you, there's a light waiting to shine, but you just don't know how to reach it? That's the true essence of the conflict in your journey. It's the invisible block you carry, but it's about to be overcome. You're not alone in this battle. There's something greater, something beyond your comprehension, guiding you step by step, waiting for you to make the decision to break through that invisible wall and become who you were meant to be. And it's right here that something deep begins to happen, something that can change everything you know about your own journey. There's a greater force at work, a silent but powerful presence that's constantly surrounding you. You can't see it with your eyes, you don't perceive it with your usual senses, but if you look closely, if you truly allow yourself to feel, you'll realize it's always there. This presence has a clear purpose: to guide you, to prepare you for what's ahead, to help you overcome the things that are blocking you, to show you the way when everything seems uncertain. This force isn't something new. It's been working behind the scenes of your life long before you even noticed. The choices you've made, the doors that have opened, and even those that have closed, were part of the bigger plan. Every step you've taken, every moment you felt lost, was just preparation to place you exactly where you are now. And often, you didn't realize you were being guided, but the truth is, this force has always been working for you, even when it seemed like nothing was happening. Have you ever had those moments when something just appeared in your life, an opportunity that seemed magical, or a sudden idea that illuminated your path in a way you couldn't explain? Maybe it happened when you were lost, not knowing which direction to take, and suddenly, something happened that changed everything. Those moments aren't coincidences. They're clear signs that something greater is at work. There's an invisible force guiding you, aligning the pieces of the puzzle of your life, so that, at the right moment, you'll be able to see the bigger picture. But here's the crucial point: this force can't act alone. It can't do the work for you. It needs you. It needs your collaboration, your acceptance. The transformation you've been seeking can't happen unless you take the first step. It can't enter your life until you recognize its presence and decide to trust it. True change only happens when you say yes, when you allow this force to work alongside you. Now, take a moment to think: what happens when you recognize this presence? What happens when you begin to realize you're not alone, that there's something greater moving around you, waiting for your consent to move forward? That's the turning point. That's the crucial moment when you decide not to fight alone anymore, but to partner with the force that's always been by your side. And when you do that, something incredible will happen. The transformation you've been yearning for, the journey to what you were chosen for, will become a reality. But what if you keep ignoring this force? What if you continue letting fear, uncertainties, and doubts dictate the rules of your life? What happens when you refuse to listen to the call? The feeling of being stuck, stagnant, will grow, and the weight of not taking action will intensify. Because, no matter how hard you try to move forward, no matter how many steps you take toward your goal, something will always be blocking you, something you can't touch, but it's there, present. Imagine now an invisible wall rising between you and everything you desire. A wall that's not physical, but you can feel its presence. It's blocking your path, keeping you from advancing, from reaching the future you know you deserve. This wall wasn't placed there by external forces. It wasn't created by anyone but you. It's made of your own choices, your hesitations, your insecurities. Every time you doubt yourself, every time you say, "I'm not capable, it's not the right time," you add another brick to that invisible wall. Every excuse, every time you choose to wait a little longer, or put it off until tomorrow, just makes that wall stronger. But it's not indestructible, and the good news is, you have the key to break it down. The key is in your hands, and it's up to you to decide to use it. The opportunities you desire are closer than you think. They're all around you, waiting to be noticed, but to see them, you need to take a step of courage. That key, the courage to act, to take a step into the unknown, is what will allow you to see these opportunities. No matter how dark the path may seem or how uncertain the future may appear, what matters is what you choose to do now. What you choose to do now is what will shape your tomorrow. The wall may seem insurmountable, but the truth is, it only has the power you've given it. It's an illusion created by your mind, a reflection of your own fears and insecurities. But that doesn't mean it's impossible to overcome. You have the ability to destroy it, to make the decision to move forward, to choose to believe in yourself and in what the future holds for you. The key to change is in your hands, and all you need to do now is use it. And do you know what's most important? The wall won't fall on its own. It won't disappear if you keep waiting, if you keep hiding behind fear. It can only be torn down when you decide to act, when you decide to cross it and leave behind the hesitations and the what-ifs that are holding you back. The next step is yours. And it could be the one that makes all the difference. Change won't wait for you to feel ready, it will happen the moment you decide you're ready to face it, when you decide to cross that invisible wall that has been preventing your evolution. Now, you've reached the most crucial point of your journey. This is the moment of decision. The moment when you stand before a path that, in some way, you already know very well, the safe, the familiar, the one offering stability, but also a sense of dissatisfaction you can no longer ignore. You've felt that, haven't you? That emptiness that lingers even when everything seems fine on the surface. That path, although familiar, isn't the one you want, it's not the one you were made to live. It can't lead you to the transformation you seek, to the life you know you deserve. Now, imagine the other path. The unknown one. The one where fear and doubts are at your doorstep, trying to make you turn back. This path doesn't have guarantees, it doesn't have clear answers, and it demands courage, trust, and deep faith in yourself. It's the path where you're not sure what you'll find, but you know that on the other side is something bigger, something extraordinary, something only you can reach if you decide to take the step now. And here's the dilemma, you can stay where you are, in the comfort of the safe zone, but you'll keep feeling the dissatisfaction, the sense that something is missing, that you're wasting your potential. Or you can choose to take a risk, take a leap into the dark, trusting that what's ahead is far greater than what you leave behind. You have the power to decide now. Every choice you make from this moment on has the power to shape your life. The future you want, the transformation you seek, everything depends on what you do with the opportunity in front of you. Change, true change, begins with a simple yes. A yes to yourself. A yes to your potential, to the life you know you deserve. And you don't have to wait any longer.